So we have a vehicle versus a fire hydrant, which is a fairly not super common thing. Not super duper common, like kind of like moderate, you know, common. Moderately common? Moderate. All right, 12, let's put the time of call at 12:15. Hydrant. Okay. 59, there it is.
Can I get a total responsibility? It's going to be on 102 San Pedro for a very Kia Optima.
Where's the hydrant? Oh, it's behind the tree.
It's going to be on block.
That's a big one. Damn, that's pretty good. Come on. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Oh, negative. Thank you for checking.
There you go. They're gonna come through. They're doing whatever. They're doing what we're doing. The ambulance is following us. It's a pretty big. It's a pretty big hydrant. Yeah. And this looks like our victim is right here. This lady.
Oops.
Yeah, oops. That's right. All right, let's go check it out. It's a pretty big geyser, yeah. What did we watch? We watched, oh gosh, Frozen, right? With the guy in the little shack. And he's like, what does he say? Big summer blowout. Yeah. I imagine that guy seeing the geyser. It's a big geyser. Well, nobody's hurt, so that's always a good start. But let's get out of the way before the RA runs me over. The trick on these is just keeping your lens from getting wet. That's the big trick. Look at the guys with the I think they're like streamers or something. They're like in the middle of the water getting all their stuff wet. Alrighty. No power lines, so we're good. Oh, wow, there it is. Made it pretty far. Made it pretty far, huh? So yeah, kind of just a big geyser on the hydrant. No injuries on our victim, but still pretty visual. Let's go around the other side and get some shots taken. Can you make it over this, or do you want to go down here? Here, give me. All right, there you go. Cool. Yeah, it's a big one. Definitely a higher pressure one for sure. Yeah, no power lines on this. I mean, I know the last one we had big power lines. We were a little concerned about that, but on this one we don't have that issue. Luckily. We're definitely gonna have to clean our lenses after this one. You can actually see the little particulates going by the headlight there. You can see them? Yeah, they're everywhere. What's the guy yelling about? The crackhead? He's yelling. He's like, look, he's facing us, so not a huge fan of that. So the biggest concern on things like this is usually two things. One is flooding. The water from the hydrant can go into like subterranean garages. It can get into people's basements. And in one instance that I had, it actually flooded onto the roof of a building because they put a plate over the hydrant that was popped, and they were directing the water away from the valves. But what it did is it put water on the roof of a building, collapsed the roof of the building, and then started to drown a guy that was actually staying in there, a homeless guy. So there's a couple things that you got to worry about, and then obviously the last one would be the high tension lines. So anytime you have high voltage lines over where the hydrants are, which right here we don't have any high voltage lines on Figueroa, they're all underground. But anytime you do, you have to be aware of that also, because like we saw before, the water gets up into those lines, and there's a possibility of the water becoming electrified because the electricity, the AC, is trying to find ground. And you have insulators on all your telephone poles, obviously. If the water is more conductive, obviously, than the insulators, it's going to find the least path of resistance. It's going to go through that water, and it's going to go right into the ground, right near the hydrant. So you don't want to be anywhere near a situation like that, which has actually killed people. We had a crash in the valley years ago where, oh, they're getting it. Good job, guys, they got it. We had a crash in the valley probably, 3 or 4 years ago with it was a high-speed crash. There were people trapped in the car, and a bunch of witnesses came over to help, or Good Samaritans came over to help and get the victims out of the car, but it was a hydrant just like this up into the high voltage lines, and I think 2 or 3 people ended up dying because they got electrocuted to death. So, you know, it's something that we're constantly aware of. This was a much safer hydrant because we didn't have that factor, and obviously no flooding. There's no, I don't see any subterranean garages nearby, but you never know. So that was the deal. Damn, those guys must be soaked over there. Holy cow. You know, the lens has incredible zoom. We've got a beautiful telephoto zoom lens on this, so we get to hang back and stay dry. You know, I'm not getting wet over something like that. All right. I don't see any other cars involved. I think it's just going to be a solo vehicle. What's this guy? I'm wondering what this guy's going to do, though. You see this, right? He keeps walking back and forth. He's yelling at the officers. What's his deal? Don't do drugs. Do not do drugs. Don't do them. You do too many drugs, and you're out at... It's not rolling, man. Sorry. LA, represent. I appreciate it. So, that's fine. So if you do too many drugs, then you end up at Figueroa and 18th at 2:30 in the morning yelling at the cops. So, not a good place to be. All right, let's get a shot of that hydrant. We're out of here. He's ramping it up. What the what? He's ramping it up. He's ramping it up. Good to see you. How's it going? All right. The hydrant crash. I've probably been to like, how many do you think in all these years? How many of these do you think I've been to? 100. Oh, right through the flares. All right. 100? 100 hydrant crash? Maybe. I'm sure I could look at my library and actually pull that up and get a legitimate number.
We should start a poll. How many hydrant crashes do you think?
Tay wants to know, how many hydrant crashes have I been to? Take a guess. And now I'm gonna have to look it up though. Now I have to do more work. I have to actually go look it up and figure out the real number.
Stolen Howard was rendering aid to the person while the victim, or while the suspects were getting away in pursuit.
What? All right, let's get out of here. All right, so we're heading up to the 101 at Barham, which is right by Universal Studios here in Hollywood, California. We've got a vehicle overturned per the CAD. Looks like vehicle overturned, spun out, blocking the number 2 and 3 lanes. Debris in the number, looks like the middle lane. Yeah, it's blacked out and there's debris all over the place, they're saying. So we're gonna keep our eyes up, and we should be rolling up on it pretty quick. And I think we're ahead of CHP right now. So we just have to be extra careful rolling up into this. This could, things like this can always go sideways. You always want to stop before where the vehicle is in case somebody impacts it, loses control or what have you. And then we also aren't going to be activating our emergency lights because we're not going to sit blocking. Oh, the vehicle's back on it's a Honda back on its vehicles in the middle lanes. Okay, and there's the fire department coming. So fire department's pretty quick on this. There it is. Cool. All right. A big concern though is always the side. So we want to make sure we're still keeping our eyes up and we don't have a vehicle that comes down the shoulder, comes over the side of the freeway and hits us or anything like that. But we have 2 private ambulance companies, it looks like here, and then LAFD rolling up. Looks like we have 1 victim in the car right now. So Tay, let's hang tight right here just for a minute because we still have an open freeway. So my concern right now is the shoulder right here. You can see down the side. So that tow truck's doing a decent job, but if somebody freaks out and starts coming this way, we want to go that way, obviously. But yeah, it looks like he might be trapped. Let's take a look here. And I got my other eye open, and I'm looking to the left here, just making sure. But it looks like we have enough lights and enough equipment out on the roadway, so that's a good thing. You got guys like this stopping on the on-ramp. Not a good thing. I wonder. Yeah, it looks like he rolled over, maybe hit the center divider because there was some scorch marks over there, and then came back to rest here. But the vehicle obviously has gone over end because you can see the roof has some sanding marks from the asphalt on it. but he was not looking good when we drove by. This might turn into a physical rescue. Or a fatality, I don't know. Or he could just jump out and be like, hey, I'm totally fine. He's moving in there, so that's good. Oh, he's doing all right. He's arguing with the firefighters. Did you see that? He's lucky to be alive. All right, CHP with a brake. Oh. All right. Lucky kid. Lucky, lucky kid. All right. He's fine. So, they got him out. I was a little concerned there. I saw that sheet go over and I went, uh-oh. Uh-oh. But yeah, he's arguing with the firefighters. Probably not a good thing. So we're pretty much good on this. Doesn't look like anybody else in there. We'll just wait a second just to confirm it, but I don't think we have another victim. I think it's just the one, at least that I saw. Sometimes LAFD and county fire, any of the fire departments, when they have a physical rescue where they need to actually extract someone out of a car, you'll see them put blankets or sheets on top of the actual people that are trapped in the vehicles. And the reason for that is so when they're cutting
Highland and 101 or Moreham?
When they're cutting glass and stuff like that, then those glass fragments and any debris or anything that pops or moves or anything, it's not going to impact that patient and cause another secondary injury. This is going to be northbound 101 at Bar and Y. What do you got?
It might be the same call, but you have another overturn on 101 north down at Highland Avenue, off-ramp. Vehicle overturn on its side, blocking right lane.
Northbound 101 at Highland on its side?
Yeah, that's what the camera is.
Okay, let me check with CHP really quick. Stand by. Hey, boss. Do you have another crash on the 101 at Highland? Because my desk is telling me.
Yeah.
It's one and the same, right?
Yeah, we came by, there's nothing.
Okay, cool. Thank you. No, CHP is saying one and the same, but I appreciate the info. 311-455's code 6 at this incident. So Michael was hearing that there might have been two different rollovers here, but it looks like just the one. So yeah, this is single victim, single vehicle rollover. Oh, the sheet. So yeah, they put the sheet on. So imagine you've got the hydraulic spreaders, right? And you're trying to open a door, you get the door to pop, and then the glass breaks, and you got all these glass shards that are flying around inside the car. Because tempered glass, even on cars, is still sharp and can get in your eyes. It's really nasty stuff. It'll cut you up pretty good, actually, if you're like sitting on it or you get it in your face. Not a good thing. So a lot of times they'll put the sheets on, and that protects them. But for us, we're looking at that and we go, oh God, is the guy dead? Like, holy crap, they're putting sheets on him. So you'll see it sometimes, you'll go, oh, maybe they're not doing okay, and then you'll see them take the sheet off, and you're like, all right, they did it so they could cut the car apart. So kind of an interesting thing for us, at least, because yeah, in that moment, I'm looking at them, and I'm like, I'm not seeing a lot of movement. Fire department's just kind of staring at them, and then they bring out a sheet, and I'm like, it's not good. So in this case, it looked like he's okay for the most part. probably intoxicated if I had to guess, just the way he was acting with the fire department. But again, that's just speculation. I'm not saying he is intoxicated. I'm saying possibly, because usually people start to argue and fight and get silly if they've either, well, one of two things. They have a traumatic brain injury, so a TBI, or they're intoxicated. So anytime one of those two, or high on PCP or meth or whatever the crazy drug of the month is here, you'll see them fighting and doing stupid stuff, and you're just like, dude, just chill, let them help you. So that's pretty much it for this one. Just a rollover, not a huge deal. Let me get a couple more shots just to cover our bases, just in case. You never know. But as of right now, pretty chill rollover, just like our hydrant. Pretty chill hydrant. So we are heading to a ambulance traffic. So an ambulance is responding to a traffic collision. No further details. It's close, and I figured, hey, you know what? It's pretty much the end of the night. Let's go take a look. We got nothing else going on. It's like on the on-ramp, it looks like. Maybe? Oh, it's a Mopar moment.
6002 West Main Street.
Have we sent an ambulance for this?
Well, there's another car. We haven't seen the other car yet. Don't be so judgy. You don't know.
359.
You never know. We could have,
Who
else is here?
Past her residence.
It's Metro.
Is it?
It's the Metro.
No, that's a stringer. Is it Metro?
It's Metro.
Oh. All right.
Rescue 12. Respirations 118 North
All right.
Pascal Avenue.
Well, that doesn't look bad by any means. So I think we are going to.
South 5.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Hang on. Now they're saying there's a pedestrian. Hang on a second. All right, CHP just, we're back. CHP has it as a pedestrian down in the roadway, so. Oh. Oh, all right. Okay, this sounds a little more interesting. Ooh, isn't it good that we rolled over here? Huh? This could be interesting. All right. Morning. Yeah.
I have the license plate number and everything too from the
Who are you guys with?
CBS, NBC, Fox.
We were passing by.
I just heard CHP say a big rig possibly hit him and then took off.
We
How
seen
the
it, and
license
then he
plate?
chased the big rig.
I have the license
He got the
plate.
license plate.
Nice. Oh, good on you guys. That's great. The guy's not gonna make it.
I don't know. We don't
He's
know
dead?
that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up, man.
He looks pretty messed up. Well, good on you guys though for getting the plate.
At first,
What's that?
he was breathing at first.
They might.
Took a little.
Not anymore?
No.
Hey, good on you guys. Seriously, thank you. So they confirmed what we heard on the radio. Oh, they're covering him right now. So they're putting the sheet on him. Yeah, it looks like a big rig. So it looks like a big rig hit the guy and then took off. So you can actually see these look like fresh. Yeah, look how fresh these are. Okay, you see the dirt right there? Very fresh. Morning. That's really great of them to see the accident happen and then actually go after and get the license plate on the trailer. That's actually very stand-up of them to do. So you don't always see that. A lot of people, they'll see something like this, and especially in LA, they'll put their blinders on and they don't get involved like that. But for them to get the plate is really really good. You guys backing out? What's that? Okay, I'll get out of your way. Hey, likewise. So, oh, hang on. Hey, boss. Did the guy talk to you about the plate yet?
What's that?
The guy tell you about the license plate on the big rig?
No, not yet. not
Okay,
yet.
okay.
Just a minute.
Yeah, you got it. So, there's an individual that came up to us. They need to get that information to LAPD. Hopefully they do, because it sounds. I mean, you can see the track marks off the trailer. I don't know if the trailer was locked up or what, but when we rolled up, the cars that are stopped here, the group across the street, the guy without the shirt, and then I think the gentleman in the black hat, they have the license plate of the trailer, and you can see the trailer skid marks going across, and they saw him hit him. So they got all the info for you. So,
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no worries. Just want to make sure you got it.
Thank you.
Yep. So TENS is taken off. There's nothing more LA City Fire can do. We're gonna get a shot of that. It's really hard to film incidents like this because you have, a deceased person in lanes. So crazy. We weren't even going to roll this. I was like, maybe. Oh, now it's going to be a big debate between CHP and LAPD. It's going to be a big debate. So again, things like this are fairly difficult to film. You have to be as discreet as you can be, not be too graphic, and make sure that you're not putting too much, graphic content out there. You want to make sure everything's covered and as clean as possible. But you can see the tire marks right here. I'll zoom in on them. I'm trying to figure out a way to shoot them without. You can see the guy's hat too. Hey guys, heads up! Hey! Oh shit, that would have been. Christ.
It's a crime scene now.
Oh yeah, of course. No, I see the tape. We'll back up. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
So, the real question, is it you guys or CHP?
No, CHP.
Oh, because it's on, right, that way. Got it. All right. Yeah, we weren't even planning to come, and because it didn't sound like a big deal.
You just got the trailer?
What's that?
You just got the trailer running?
No, they said they got a plate and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're good to go.
Hey,
Yeah.
Did this spawn on purpose or something?
Yeah, we weren't even. Yeah, we weren't even going to come over here because we were usually.
Did you hear the LAPD channel?
It was LAFD came out on ambulance traffic. Obviously, LAPD puts it out, and then CHP goes, "Hey." Oh no, we can't hear.
You can't hear.
I don't think we can because you guys are digital. You guys are like Moto Turbo or something, right? Like it's a.
I don't know.
I think it's LT.
I think usually when I put out a bus versus car or something.
Yeah.
We got a lot of tow truck coming on.
Oh, these guys, yeah. That's a whole nother issue. So, all right, we've got. Well, it's nice of LAPD to put up the tape for CHP. That's cool. Gives us something to film outside of that poor guy. You know, the other thing too, the driver of the big rig might not even have known, right? We can see the skid marks. It looks like he was dragging the trailer. Maybe he didn't know his air brakes were not set up properly on the back, because you can see the skid marks going down the street. And then you can also see where he came up over the sidewalk. If he doesn't notice that the trailer's locked up and there's a homeless guy living on the sidewalk or walking over here, and he drags him into the roadway and, you know, rolls him up under the truck, I mean, he wouldn't even notice. So not to say, oh, the guy did it, you know, maliciously and just said, hey, forget you guys. It's the kind of thing where he might have made this turn, not even noticed he hit somebody, got on the freeway, and then he'll get a phone call tomorrow from CHP going, hey, what's going on? You know, you killed a guy on the on-ramp yesterday. So kind of pretty sad, but it's part of life. So it's kind of hard to see, but this is the building that we were at for the season finale of season 1 on Code 20. And as you can see, it burned a second time. And that second fire has basically taken the entire building, and it looks like it's collapsed on the 3rd and 2nd floor. Pretty wild. That was a crazy fire, actually. Crazy fire. To see like three stories going like that was pretty nuts. If you haven't watched, by the way, season 1, that was before we did the weekly show, I want to say about a year before. That's up right here on YouTube. You can go back and click on playlists, and you'll find season 1. The season finale was that building. If Alex has a clip from that and wants to roll it, now would be the time.
Hey,
So yeah, that was a pretty wild fire. We had the little CO2 or whatever nitrous canisters that were shooting out. You can see the holes in the roll-up doors, and then it burned again for the second and now final time. I don't know the exact date, but I know it obviously burned again because now it's completely collapsed in on itself. But it was a pretty intense fire on both occasions.
You may discontinue your cancel.
All right, and we're going through the 3rd Street Tunnel, which is completely tagged up with graffiti now. I remember when there was no graffiti here, but now it's completely tagged up. Actually, let's go over to 2nd Street and see if there's see how that looks. Usually 2nd Street fares better because they have these beautiful tiles on the walls, but they're tagged up.
Yeah.
I didn't notice. We'll. You want to go over there and take a look? Okay. Oh, we have merch now. Oh, that's right. Tay put together some really cool merch. We've got a Machete Man t-shirt, which is a reference more to season 1. What else do we have? Let me see. It's store. Is it store? Store.keynews.tv. Is that it? Yeah. Official code 20 store. Check it out. We've got a sticker, which I actually have right there. Ba-bam. Pretty awesome. We've got, what else do we have? We have the sticker, we've got a hat, which is really nice. The hoodie is actually really, really nice. Super high quality. The Machete Man t-shirt, different colors. And then obviously Truth Dies in Darkness, men's and women's t-shirt. Yeah, Tay did a really good job. Really proud of the designs and everything and how it came out. So there's that. We have merch. If you want some, go get it. And I think they're under the videos too, if they're monetized, which YouTube does not always monetize every video. So again, shout out to members for supporting what we do here. They don't always monetize the videos because the subject matter sometimes is a little bit much for YouTube, which I find kind of comical because it's the internet. Like, I don't understand how much censoring we have to do. Oh my goodness, look at this. I thought there would be no graffiti.
It's bad.
Holy cow. They've gone to town. That's really sad though, honestly. That's really sad. The tile here, when it's all clean and polished up, is really beautiful. And when you're driving down, you get the reflections off the side, but wow, not anymore. The whole tunnel? Yo, the whole tunnel. There's a fire, there's a little scorch mark there. People live in, yeah, look at the tents. Well, the tents burn. What does it say? We will love the...
I don't know. Oh my God.
Look at this. It's got like Blade Runner vibes now, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's really sad.
It used to be totally clear.
Yeah, no graffiti, no nothing. Probably, what, 2 years ago? Yeah, about 2 years ago, there was no graffiti in there at all, and now it's completely, we'll flip around and go back. Now it's completely covered. Wow. I didn't realize it was this bad, though. How do they get up high like that? I always wonder. It's got to be like on a pole, right, or a stick or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's usually really shiny, and there's these shiny, they put new lights in, which is cool, I guess. Didn't deter any of this stuff. But I don't know, just kind of sad. It's a beautiful part of LA. This tunnel is featured in, I mean, so many films and music videos and TV shows throughout the years. And then, you know, people come in here and, I mean, there's fires that have literally taken the tiles off of the wall. And there's tiles falling off the top. I mean, this whole thing needs to be refinished at this point. And they added these beautiful LEDs to the entrance. I love what they did over here. They added this whole like LED paneling thing, and look at the colors. How cool is this? But now it's just completely ruined. Well, that's upsetting. So yeah, kind of crazy to see it change. I think we might even have video. Alex might have footage of us driving through the tunnel before the graffiti. I don't remember it like that. I don't think it was that bad. Was it?
No, it was not that bad.
Maybe a couple things, but not like the whole tunnel. That's just
729249.
yeah. I don't know. Pretty sad.